Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In case you are new here, please do not make it your last. Make sure you click the subscribe button and subscribe. Thank you to all my existing subscribers. Thank you for watching and thank you for clicking. I hope to hear from you in more episodes and more videos to come. So on today's topic, we'll just be doing a story time. Today we'll be talking about an accident that almost took my life. Remember, it was final year of university. I attended University of Ibadan, and it was my friend's birthday. So I have two friends that have birthdays next to each other. So one is November 4th, one is November 5th. So what happened was that we usually try to make it fun for on both days. Her birthday was on November 5th. She had already had some gifts sent to her. We got her a cake and all of that. So celebratory aura was already around. We're celebrating her because we just celebrated my other friend the day before. So we just continued the celebration. Do you understand? And that was very interesting. I usually like that period because obviously we're going from one celebration to another one, and you know the flow is just like that. So on her own birthday, after everything, in the evening, she had this great idea that we should all go to the club. Yeah, mind you, I have never been to the club. I do not fancy the whole club thing because I'm just like, why am I going to the club? Why am I going to go and sit down in a pile of smoke or a pot of smoke, listening to loud music, drinking? Because like it doesn't make sense to me. I don't know, no offense to the clubbers, but it just doesn't add up to me. Because at the end of the day, you have a hangover. You feel useless the next day. So I'm just like, oh, you have a serious migraine. So many things. So me, I was just like, I'm not interested. I don't want to go to the club. Apart from that, I'm a Jesus baby. I'm not supposed to be found in places like that. So I was like, no, I can't make it. I can't go to the club. She was asking me, and I would call it peer pressure, but you know that friends have a power over you sometimes to do what you don't want to do. So she was all like, I should come, everybody's coming. We had already planned it with other of my friends, and we already planned that, okay, we're gonna go later in the evening. So it was just me that needed convincing to go for this. My mind was just saying no. Okay, after some time, after a lot of hard journey, I agreed to go to the club with them. So we were supposed to go with one of my other friends. They had a car, so was driving us there. Then my friend herself actually didn't even stay on campus. She stayed at an off-campus apartment where they had a curfew that she had to get back home. And she had to get back to the hostel before 12. Or they will lock her out. So I think it was around 9 or around 10. It was quite late. So we said, okay, she will go to her hostel, change and drop off stuff, and we will now go. So of course the club is all night. So we're supposed to spend the whole night there. So we took her and my friend and my other friend. We also came with his own friends, so there would be like 4 in the class. So we took her to her hostel for changing there so that she'd get ready to go with us. So when we got there, we were waiting. Mind you, let me tell you this now. We learn how to play with our mind. Our mind, we can play, we give them access to the mind. So what happened as we were sitting, just waiting for her, we had this great idea to go buy sugar. And you know when I hear sugar, oh my god, when I just hear sugar. So I was obviously down for it. So I don't know if you live in Ibadan, you know, there's that arrest side. kind of, so we went to get cereal. So as we're going, my friend obviously was on high speed, and I kept telling him, that he should slow down. Yeah, I have only one life. I don't know if he has like two that is using, but he should slow down and calm down. My mommy doesn't know that I'm on the streets of the world at this time. Nobody knows. Please calm down for me, but it was obviously like it was in control, brushed it off, and everything. So we got to see went to one, I've forgotten the spot in the we got there, obviously, night workers were there, everything was still bubbling, clock time, these people didn't sleep. So we got to see they went back into the car. So on our way back, again, he was on a ridiculously high speed. And I'm like, I sat at the back, and I kept questioning him. I was like, it's fine, I'm in control. His other friend too was, I don't know how that was so comfortable, just seated there. So on this very high speed, a car was coming to cross at our, what will I call it? Will I call it T-junction? Or will I call it? So it was, the car was coming on from the other side to cross into like a close. And we were coming, obviously we had the right of way. We're coming straight down. So before we could say Jacobi say, there was a collision. And not a small collision, the kind of collision that makes the car spin. So in a split second, Jesus. It was not funny. What I'm laughing at right now wasn't funny at all, because I was just like, from 0 to 100 in how many seconds. It was so scary. I've never been. It also happened so fast, and I was at the back seat. Next thing I just heard was he swerved the car in a way that the car hit a pole, so we could stop. Later on, he was not telling me that it's the way he drove the car that made me. I was just like, it's Jesus Christ. My head did not go to the floor. That's the reason why we were saved. It's not because of your driving skills or nothing. So we hit the pole, and what happened was that his friend hit, due to the impact, hit his head on the windscreen. He also, obviously, airbags came out and everything. So the impact of that too is also very harsh on him, the driver, and even the passenger seat. When that collision happened, it took like some minutes. First, everybody was, are you okay? Are you okay? His friend was bleeding on the head. He had a deep cut on the head. I had obviously, the that we bought was already in shambles. I had already, because I didn't wear my seatbelt at the back seat, I was already prepared to the front. The force carried me to the front and was so close to hitting the windscreen. But I kind of held and supported myself. So we just came down and everything. Can you imagine the guy that hit us or we collided into was now on parrying that why did we hit him something. Meanwhile, we got to find out that this guy was distracted. He carried a girl in his car and probably was very much distracted, and he wasn't looking at the road, because I don't know how you come into a road that you can see somebody is coming very full speed, and you are coming with that same speed and that same energy. So we're just trying to settle, and my friend was waiting for us at the hostel. She didn't know we had been in an accident or anything like that. So that was on a side. His friend was hurt. We needed to take him to the hospital. So when we got out, everybody just ran out. Normal Nigerian things now. Everybody ran out. Hey. There was a lot of pandemonium. But due to the fact that it happened in the evening, so there were not so many people on the road, but it was a lot of pandemonium. Everybody came out trying to help us. So when we got, everybody's fine, it's just him that is injured, we need to sort that out. The police came. I think they were doing a patrol at that time. So they came to the site of the incident, tried to settle the matter. Before then, the owner of the other car was already complaining that we need to fix his car, that we were the ones speeding. But you know, the moments where obviously there are young people in the car, you just think, oh, you can bragado them and you can make them forget what, or make them lose sight of the fact that you were at fault. So there was a lot of back and forth. I now called my friend and told her that, oh, did I call her? I don't think I even called her. I think it was much later that we communicated. So we came down. Police obviously sorted my friend's friend that was injured. They took him to the clinic. So we're still trying to settle with the man and telling him that we cannot pay the full amount. We're just going back and forth. At the end of the day, my friend had to call his brother. His brother had to come help us out. We negotiated with him. He told him to bring his car. Meanwhile, our own car was in a wreck. I hope I can get a picture of that car. Or it was a wreck. The whole front had pressed in because of the collision with the pole. It was just God's mercy that I did not die on that. And that was one of the days I'll never forget. Man, it was so crazy. We stood there in that darkness on the road. We were on the road trying to settle the whole matter for like nothing less than 2 hours. We were there. We called his brother. So his brother finally helped us settle it. We negotiated that okay, we need to come around so that we can fix it, take it to the mechanic so that we know how much the bill would cost. Then, okay, we now had to follow because school gate was closed but our school gate closes at 12. So at that time it was already maybe like 1 something or 2 a.m. rather. So there was no going back. We had to go with his brother to his own apartment. That was where we now spent the night. I was in shock. The kind of body pain that came upon me, I was in total shock throughout that night. My friend just kept asking if I was fine because he felt very guilty for the whole thing, although he was guilty. But he felt very guilty and felt very bad about the whole scenario. He kept asking if I was fine, got me a sweater. I still have that sweater till date. Got me a sweater. So we slept over at his brother's place, and the next morning we went back to school. Man, I would never forget that day. Because when accidents happen, they happen so fast. In a twinkle of an eye, somebody can just be gone. Somebody, not me. So we got back. We're just thankful for life, really. Repairing the car cost him a lot, and he had to also repair the other guy's car. At least he had to pay for some of it. So it was quite a night. It was an eventful night. It was an eventful night that I will never forget in a long time. I don't even think I can ever forget it. So things to learn from this: please do not speed while driving. Me myself, I'm guilty about this right now. Just be pressing. It's sweet to press the acceleration. It's sweet to press it, but calm down. Please do not be speeding. Do not walk at night, at least, except anyway. You can go to club, but do not be on the road at night, because there was a lot of things that were just happening at that time when we had the accident, because people came around and obviously we had to safeguard our things and our items and belongings and all of that. Also, due to that, his friend was injured. He had to get a whole plaster. It was quite deep. I'm sure his friend also will never forget that day. So this was the day I would never forget. Was straight at the accident. I already shared that this my friend. This just kind of made me know that sometimes if your mind does not want you to do something, please don't do it. There's an intuition, there's the Holy Spirit that's telling you, do not go there, But you get coconut head, you want to close them, you want to close, you want to do things. This is the spirit of God that is in you, that is telling you what to do and what not to do part time. So after that, a lot of my friends didn't even know that we were in an accident. They had already gone to the club, they had a good time. It was the next day they were hearing of the accident. I'm wondering why we didn't show up at the club as we planned together. But it was just a funny thing. Then it was not funny, let me not lie. It was not funny then at all. But it was just hilarious. It was quite eventful. So thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope that you subscribe to my channel, so that you see more of this beauty. See you in the next video. Peace.